This series of videos will discuss expected return and standard deviation with regards to portfolio and specifically looking at portfolio statistics and diversification. So let's suppose we have the following information. We have year, stock A returns, stock B returns, portfolio, and then over here in G2 we'll have weights for A and B. And for now, we'll keep that at 50%. So we have the following year's worth of data from 2016 to 2020. And then we'll calculate expected return, standard deviation, and then for comparisons of weighted average standard deviation for this first video. So we have 10.3% for stock A. In 2016, the negative 0.1%. 23.3%, 2.2%, and 14% 2020. For stock B, it's 10.71%, 25%, 0.38%, 26.2%, and 11.52%. To get the portfolio numbers, this will be equal to, could do a sum product here. And we'll highlight that, comma, and then our weights and anchor the weights. And probably the issue that it's having there is because matrices are not the same shape, size, etc. So let's do the stock A times the weight in A, anchored, plus the weight in B, anchored multiplied by the stock B return. There we go, looks much better. And we can shrink that to 2 decimal places. Expected return is just going to be the arithmetic average. The average these returns. You can see that across. And then to calculate standard deviation in Excel using this, we're going to use the standard deviation.s for the sample. So what you can see here immediately is that, and this isn't necessarily the way to calculate, we'll get into more nuanced ways of doing this later, but just doing this, you can see that the standard deviation portfolio is much less than the standard deviation of the returns of either A or B. The other thing to note is that the weighted average standard deviation, this is equal to that 50% multiplied by the A standard deviation plus the B weight times its standard deviation, and it's still much higher than the standard deviation of the portfolio. So you can immediately see the consequence of diversification is that yes, the return is lower than especially B, but the risk is much lower than B and A combined. So this portfolio will be a better option for you. We'll look at some other statistics beginning in the next video.